It's time for Lackawanna College men's basketball here on the LC Fan Network. And today from the Student Union in Scranton, welcome to a National Junior College Athletics Association Region 19 matchup between the highly ranked Harcum Bears and the Lackawanna Falcons. Welcome aboard, everyone, on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. I'm Steve Young. I'm joined by Esports Program Administrator here at Lackawanna College, Ted Delaney, for the third meeting between these two teams, between the Harcum Bears and the Lackawanna Falcons. And on Thursday night, Lackawanna, Ted, was on the road, and they did not get off to a good start, and the Harcum Bears coasted to a 119-54 win.
Yes, it was a very tough matchup. Obviously, the last time these two teams have met, it's been a tough matchup for the Falcons, so they're really going to have to come out strong today and try and re-strategize to see how they can take down the Bears. It's going to be an interesting match.
Well, for Harcum, they are a Division I school. Of course, Lackawanna in Division II. They're both in Region 19. Harcum got off to a great start, winning their first 7 games before losing at Garrett by the score of 91-80 on March 6th. The Lakers right now in Division II, they are currently ranked 8th in that Division II poll.
Yeah, so a solid team to lose to be honest with you. And Harcum right now is going off of a 4-game win streak. So they're probably coming into the match today with confidence. So once again, the Falcons have a tough adversary today. So.
Well, Harcum is ranked 24th in Division I's men's basketball poll. They are undefeated at home, very, very tough at home, as it's evident as from that score that was up on Thursday night, 119-54. Here this afternoon, it will be the Falcons in the third meeting between these two teams, and in that loss Thursday night at Harcum, Lackawanna did not put anybody in double figures. The high scorers for the Falcons were Johnson and Smith, each with 9 points.
Yeah, and that's very tough to see. You know, you could tell that none of the Falcons players were finding their rhythm that night. So I don't know. They have their work cut out for them today, but we've got faith, right?
Absolutely. They were coming off of a big game on Saturday, March 13th. When Jalen Cassidy hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer to give Lackawanna a 69-66 victory over Union County College, and those were the only points of the game for Cassidy, but they did place 3 players in double figures. Johnson with 19, Elsie had 16, and Davis with 11.
Yeah, you love seeing it, you know, coming fresh off the bench and hitting the game winner. It's a beautiful thing. So hopefully that gave them a little bit of confidence coming in tonight. So maybe we'll see Cassidy coming off the bench as well and adding to the Falcons' success this afternoon.
And the women are in action today as the Lady Falcons are on the road playing at Harcum, and they are coming off of that big overtime win, 77-66 on Thursday evening. Lady Falcons with a record of 8 wins and 1 loss. They are on the road taking on Harcum, overall at 2-7. And hopefully throughout the game we will have periodic updates for you. So we're just about set to rock and roll. This Harcum Bears team averages about 100 points a ball game. They've been tough on defense, allowing 73. When you take a look at the numbers, Lackawanna offensively putting up just about 73 points a ball game, but defensively that has been the difficult spot for them. They are giving up roughly around 95 points a ball game. So the stage is set for today's matchup between the Falcons and the Bears, and now we will get set for a look at your starting lineups for today's game. We'll turn things over now to the voice of Lackawanna College. Here is Mike Rickert. Well, here we go with NJCAA Region 19 basketball on the LC Fan Network. The Harcum Bears and the Lackawanna Falcons in the win over Lackawanna on Thursday evening. Harcum had 6 players in double figures. Boy, what a performance they had. They were led in scoring by Jordan Martin, who had 18. Jackson had 15. Leachmore had 15, along with Trey Denkins. So a lot of people in the scoring column for Harcum. And at center court, Jalen Davis for Lackawanna. And Olaway Shegun Duro Sinmi will be at the center court circle for the opening tip. He is 6'9" and a freshman. Jalen Davis at 6'7" and a freshman. And here we go as we are set for the opening tip-off. And the basketball will be controlled by Harcum. We're going to look at a very high-powered Harcum offense here this afternoon. And they will work it around the perimeter, pretty patient offensively thus far. And they will work the basketball outside as Jackson, with 12 on the shot clock, will give it to Wesley. Long corner three, and he's got it. And right off the bat, Harcum is out to a 3-0 advantage.
Yeah. First shot from the arch, falling for Harcum. You know, taking their time, working that perimeter, waiting for an open look.
Now Lackawanna with LZ. Working it inside to a wide open Johnson for a bucket.
A good early answer. That's what you need to see from the Falcons right now.
Perfect offensive play. And the Harcum Bears setting it up.
Good defense coming out from the Falcons.
Lackawanna turns, or Harcum turns it over. Lackawanna basketball.
Tell you what, they need to be tough on defense tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be the name of the game, and limit turnovers. As Elsie now will be defended by Zid Powell, and they float the pass in, and right to the basket is Johnson for 2, and Lackawanna has a 1-point lead.
Yeah, I think putting that pressure on early is going to let Harcum know that they're here to play.
Leachmore from the corner misfires, and Lackawanna has the rebound as Johnson collects the carom. Amir Elzie across midcourt, setting it up in the corner now. Hemfinger will bring it back outside, and a wide open look now by Davis as he rattles it in. And this is a good start for Lackawanna, leading 6-3 with just about 2 minutes gone by here in the first half. Nike Jackson gives it up to Bleachmore. Open from downtown, Jackson for 3. We're deadlocked at 6. Now here comes the pressure applied by Harcum, as Elsie will work the ball across midcourt. There they go to Johnson, and that ball is rejected by Duro Simmi. Great job. And now Harcum in a 6-6 tie will look to Powell and Jackson to run the offense.
Yeah, I think the Falcons need to take a page out of the Harcum playbook here and take it slow on offense. Try not to push the boards as fast as possible, work the perimeter, find an open man, you know, use that shot clock to their advantage.
Lackawanna coming the other way with the basketball. And Johnson from downtown misfires, and the rebound goes
Good
to
offensive
Davis.
board and one.
How about that?
Beautiful.
Good job on the glass by Jalen Davis, and he draws the foul. It's 8-6 Lackawanna, and Davis will go to the line. Well, you know, taking a look at the big picture here, Ted, with Lackawanna basketball, what a job Landon Gabriel has done this year. Took over as head coach just over a year ago, rebuilt the program, put all of these players on the floor, and has 4 wins thus far in the season. That is really incredible.
Absolutely. It's tough to rebuild a program like that, so he's doing a great job. I know he's well-liked amongst the athletic community here at Lackawanna College and the rest of the faculty.
I mean, that's
and
a
staff.
tremendous amount of work, as Wesley will fire up the shot. It's an air ball and goes out of bounds. I mean, you're talking about rebuilding a basketball program from the ground up, starting over with virtually nothing during a pandemic.
Yeah.
He got it. He has surrounded himself with a great coaching staff. Kirk Fallon, Al Calais Jr., and of course, they turn it over right here.
Turnover.
That was a chance for Lackawanna right there as Wesley drives, and the basket is good. little more heavy pressure applied as Davis will take it along the far sideline. And Davis needs help now. They'll reset the offense.
Yeah, Harcum's picking up the pace on defense now, playing much tighter. Like I said, Falcons just need to take their time, use that perimeter, find a hole.
Shot clock at 8. They go to Dave Pope for 2. A lot of cuts to the basket here in the first couple of minutes by Lackawanna, and it's paying dividends. And it's 11-8. The Falcons with the lead. Powell, open, thought about it, drives in the paint, puts on the brakes, pump fake, and the foul. Now, we were also talking about the Lackawanna College coaching staff, and of course it's rounded out by Mike Morgan Sr., and that all pays dividends when you have a good supporting cast around you.
Absolutely.
Personal foul is on Johnson. That's his second, team's first. And on the free throw line, Zid Powell, a 76% free throw shooter, and misses. Well, great to have you with us today here on the LC Fan Network for Lackawanna College men's basketball, as spring has finally arrived just after 5:30 this morning. So we have a beautiful sunny day here in Scranton as Powell converts. Now Lackawanna with Davis trying to break the press. M-Finger, Johnson almost had it stripped away. Players battle for it, and Johnson wins the battle. Dave Pope open off the right side, misses, and Abdul Shanunu collects the carom. Powell to the basket, body twisting shot is good, and we're tied at 11. Well, right now, the pressure paying dividends as Jackson gives it up, and Wesley kicks it into the lane. The ball is loose, and who wants it? It's still up for grabs. And this should
got numbers. Ooh.
Oh, they turned it over as Zid Powell was right there to intercept the pass, and a blocking foul will be called on Lackawanna and Sean Emfinger.
Yeah, unfortunate. Falcons had a chance there to get one back, but Butterfingers.
Yeah, they turned it over. Emfinger with his first personal foul and the team's second. Zid Powell averaging almost 17 a ball game. The 6'4" sophomore guard will run the offense, along with Trey Dinkins. And from downtown, the outside shot won't fall.
Good offensive board, but he loses it.
Lackawanna will have the possession. Better start for the Falcons here in this ball game. On Thursday evening, they got behind by 10 quickly, and that was it as Davis gives it up, and this shot rolls off the iron as Elsie couldn't finish. And in transition, Harcum in their half-court set. Wesley looks to Powell, and Powell lays it in with a left hand. Harcum has taken the lead. There's a pass intercepted by Powell, and Powell will drive, and the reverse layup is there.
Man.
Timeout on the court with 14:31 remaining here in the first half as Harcum leads Lackawanna by the score of 15-11 on the LC Fan Network.
You only get so many opportunities to follow your dreams, to make your mark in this world, to lay the foundation for your future. So never stop dreaming, creating, advancing, because there's something bigger in store for all of us. At Lackawanna College, we prepare our students to make their mark, to help change the world we live in, and to become tomorrow's legacies. It's who we are. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Welcome back to Lackawanna College. Alongside Ted Delaney, I'm Steve Young. Thanks for joining us as that is a good timeout call by Landon Gabriel with the Falcons trailing 15-11.
And Powell had 2 buckets in the matter of 7 seconds there.
Better start for Lackawanna as they get the ball to Johnson, the head fake, and the foul. In the paint, Johnson doing a good job. Knew the defense was right there. Little head fake in the lane draws the foul. And Oluwe Shegun Duro Sinmi is called for the personal foul. That's his first and the team's first. And Johnson is on the free throw line for the Falcons. Sean Johnson on the line as Empfinger will check out, and Jake Kernow checks into the Falcons offense. Harcum has won their last 4 ball games as Johnson with the second free throw attempt. Perfect.
Got to make those free throws count.
Now Harcum with the 1-point lead will face some pressure applied by Lackawanna. Dinkins gives it up. Powell, long 3, bouncing around, and the rebound will go to Lackawanna and Jalen Davis. Davis down the lane, and the left-hand layup missed it. Powell got up high above the rim for the rebound, and right to the basket is Dinkins for 2. 17-13 Harcum. Now the Bears defensively playing some tight defense.
Yeah,
they're going to be called for the foul right there.
Falcons need to slow it down, call some plays, work that perimeter.
If you notice, Harcum came out, they were pretty patient on offense, and then they turn up the heat defensively. Personal foul on Nike Jackson, that's his first, team's second. Johnson looking for a screen. Will give it up to Kernow. Pope making a cut to the basket. Kernow will dish it off to Pope. Shot clock at 10. And this is a long 3 by Elsie.
Much needed long 3. Closing that deficit a little bit.
Now they work the ball inside. Back around the perimeter and
jump ball,
and Lackawanna will have the possession.
Great play in the paint there.
Some good defense by Lackawanna. Off to a much better start. Jalen Davis will inbound. LZ, cross court. Boy, those are dangerous passes against this Harcum defense. Kernow puts on the brakes, will kick it inside, and it's a turnover by Lackawanna. In transition, Shanunu to the basket.
Goes for the charge, no call.
No charging call there as Kernow hit the deck, looked at the official. And the Bears out to a 3-point advantage. And there's a steal by Bleachmore. Bleachmore off the glass for 2. Pope taking the inbound pass, and they misfire on a cut to the basket by Kernow.
Little too much mustard on that one.
But Lackawanna is attacking the basket. Dave Pope checks out, and Jalen Cassidy checks in for the Falcons. Now Harcum will go to work. Jordan Martin in the ball game wearing 0. And in the corner, Bleachmore drives the baseline, and it's a turnover by the Bears. In transition, here is Johnson in the corner. Elsie with a 3. Rebound, Dinkins. In transition, Dinkins on the break and the bucket.
Harcum's quick.
7-point lead, biggest lead thus far of the first half for Harcum. They'll fire that pass way in the corner. And Johnson will reset it. Amir Elsie. This is Cassidy open and misfires. Battle for the ball, and Harcum has it. And here is a layup that's off the mark by Ujagbor. And going to the basket now on a reverse layup was Johnson, a poor percentage shot, and Lackawanna turns it over.
Got a little squirrely under the basket there. I mean, Harcum, they're playing great on both sides of the court right now, so Falcons need to slow it down a little bit, call some plays.
They're very good offensively,
yes,
but defensively they're quick, and they have a swarming defense. Bleachmore open from downtown, misses. Ball goes into the hands of Johnson with the rebound.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Bleachmore was the first man out on the court today, just throwing up threes for about 20 minutes before anyone else came out here. So
Elsie with a runner, misses. And in transition, Trey Dinkins. Long three from downtown by Jordan Martin is off the mark. And Lackawanna, trailing by 7, will set it up in their half-court offense. Now there's Curnow, bounce passing inside, and Johnson under the basket for 2 very quickly to the hoop. Nearing the midway point here in the first half at the Student Union in Scranton. Harcum and Lackawanna. Shot from in the lane by Shinunu, misses. Curnow collects the carom. Here come the Falcons. Long three from downtown, misses. Elsie off the mark with that one. Dinkins to take control now for the Bears. And they throw it into the hands of Landon Gabriel. He still has those cat-like moves from his playing days.
Absolutely, you love to see it. Just a little update from the Lady Falcons game right now. The first quarter just ended, and the Lady Falcons have a 3-point lead with a score of 16-13 over Harcum at Harcum.
Now that could be a very interesting ball game, and you know, and the court is it's a pretty big court from what I understand, but the gym itself is very small.
Yeah, it looks to be small. So, but yeah, Lady Falcons with the lead right now.
So they're off to a good start, and for the Falcons here in the men's game, they are in the ball game at this point.
Keeping it close.
Keeping it close. That's the main objective, and then you know, see how things play out. Off to a much better start than on Thursday evening. So we have a great day in Scranton, a lot going on. Gosh, we have basketball, we have baseball, right? What else?
Yeah,
Football?
There's a baseball doubleheader today, baseball doubleheader tomorrow. I know Eric's running all over the place. They've got an inter-squad match in football down the road. So, yeah, a lot going on in Falcons athletics today.
And it's a good weekend for it as spring has arrived in Scranton, a welcome sight, and temperatures in the 50s, and in the next 5 days it's even going to get better, folks. So
yeah,
we have a lot to look forward to, and a lot of basketball coming your ways here on the LC Fan Network. Coming up on Thursday evening next week, 5 p.m. tip-off, Lackawanna College men will take on Raritan. We'll have it for you right here on the LC Fan Network. The Falcons will inbound the basketball as they trail 23-18.
Looks like Williams is checked in now for the Falcons.
Jalen Cassidy will inbound to Elsie. And Elsie will work it across midcourt.
Quick double
Johnson.
team from Harcum.
Oh, Johnson missed a chip shot.
Got to capitalize on those.
He was wide open. Couldn't convert. And on the drive, they kick it outside. Nike Jackson open from the right wing and knocks it down. Now that heavy pressure applied by Harcum. And a foul will be called on the Bears. I believe Wesley will get called for his personal foul. Or will it be Jordan Martin? We'll wait for the word. No, it's Wesley. Fadi Wesley called for the personal. Curnow throws the ball away.
Unfortunate. He thought he had a man trailing.
He was anticipating that Elsie was running down along the far sideline and making the quick pass to him.
To be honest, I feel like he should have been.
You're right. A little bit of miscommunication, and the Falcons turn it over. Wesley gives it up. Beachmore in the corner, and this outside shot is off the mark. Elsie in transition, attacking the basket. Johnson and Elsie. And this pass is too hot to handle. It was way over the head of Jake Curnow. It's another Lackawanna turnover.
Got to keep their composure here. Can't let those things get to them. Got to slow it down, play at their pace. Actually, I mean, they need to pick it up and play at Harcum's pace because they are, like I said, they're playing great on both sides of the court right now. Defense is strong. Offense is making buckets left and right.
Zid Powell gives it up on the double team. Gets it back. Pass inside. Duro Simney lost it. Harcum gets it back. They throw it into a crowd, and it results in a turnover. Lackawanna now. Elsie defended by Jackson off a screen. Elsie puts on the brakes. Elsie, great screen right there. And an open look from the right side is off the mark as Williams set a good screen. Battle for the ball underneath the basket, and the Falcons will keep it. Aiden Williams set a great pick on that high post. And right now, Nashawn Johnson will put the ball in play. Curnow turns and fires, misses.
Oh.
Ball is loose. Johnson gets it back and lays it up.
That was unfortunate. That was a turnover by Harcum. You know, they didn't communicate on that rebound there and lost the ball, resulting in and another turnover.
How about this? Johnson has the basketball. Johnson near side. Cassidy open from
Wide
downtown.
open. Short.
Bleachmore with a rebound. Jackson puts on the brakes. Jackson lost the ball. And a traveling violation called on the Bears.
It's a spicy matchup right now.
This is a good one. $7:53 to play in the first half, and Jalen Cassidy, who hit that big shot, a buzzer beater, in the win over Union County on Thursday evening, inbounds the basketball. Elsie puts on the brakes, will fire it outside, and Johnson wants to drive, turns, fires, and off the back iron. Ball is rebounded by Powell. Powell fires it in the corner. Wesley open for 3.
Wesley was draining him left and right in pregame as well.
He found a home in that corner.
Yes, he did.
Very good three-point shooter. Lead is 8 for Harcum. Johnson will take control now. He's open, sets, and fires. Ball is loose, and Harcum comes up with it. Fast break is on. Wesley for the alley-oop.
Oh, my goodness.
And the finish by Powell.
Oh, my goodness.
Haven't seen one like that in a long time.
Haven't seen one like that live in a long time.
Jackson puts on the brakes, and the ball rolls out of bounds. And the lead is 10 for Harcum.
Wow.
Some great athletic ability on that slam, as Powell will put the ball in play. Pass goes to Duro Simney, back to Powell for 2. This is where you have to be careful right here. Harcum is beginning to pull away. You can't lose your composure if you're Lackawanna. Davis open, shot rejected by Duro Simney. In transition, in the corner, here is Bleachmore driving. Dinkins open and nails the 3.
Harcum's finding their rhythm now.
Now they're up by 15. And the Falcons with Dave Pope. Pope sees an opening, off-balance shot, doesn't get the roll. Rebound, Duro Simney. Dinkins down the lane, dishes off. And we have a foul. And there's a break in the action with 5:58 remaining in the first half. It's Harcum 35 and Lackawanna 20 on the LC Fan Network.
For more than a century, Lackawanna College has been changing lives as a 2-year institution. Now, you can earn your bachelor's degree from a respected school close to home with accelerated study options and the most affordable tuition in the region. Lackawanna College now offers a bachelor's degree in accounting, business, criminal justice, human services, professional studies, and restaurant and food service management. Apply today at lackawanna.edu. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Welcome back to Lackawanna College alongside Ted Delaney. I'm Steve Young. Great to have you with us today on this Saturday afternoon in Scranton, here at the Student Union for the Region 19 matchup between the Falcons and the Harcum Bears. Suddenly, you blink an eye and Harcum is up by 15 points, 35-20.
Yeah, I mean, the Falcons, they were staying with them right off the bat. It opened up the match, kept it tied right around the same area, and then that Harcum defense started closing in on them. And we had some missed opportunities, had some beautiful acrobatic plays coming out of Harcum just recently. So yeah, Falcons need to slow it down and kind of work that offense a little bit, catch back up.
Another timeout was called, and Harcum will put the ball in play along the baseline. It will be Zid Powell. And the women on the road at Harcum, they're tied at 21 right now. There's a loose ball in the lane, and Williams had it, lost it. And there's a shot by Powell trying to muscle it up and is fouled on the play. So the women are in a tough battle on the road at Harcum. And Williams will get called for his first personal foul of the game. And fourth team foul, that will place Zid Powell, a 76% free throw shooter, on the stripe and rattles it in. He averages almost 17 a ball game. He's from South Philadelphia. Just a solid team, Ted, all the way around, offensively,
really.
Defensively. The hands are always going up in the air.
Yeah, I love to see a team that's solid at the fundamentals, But, yeah, they're really putting on a show today.
Now, Davis puts the ball in play. Cassidy will take control. Cassidy near side. Williams kicks it back out. Falcons will reset the offense. Pope off a screen. Elsie, 13 on the shot clock. From the corner, Dave Pope misses. Battle for the ball inside, taken away. Ball's loose, and Cassidy collects it. Out they go. Here's Elsie with a 15-footer and rattles it in. Lackawanna answers. Jordan Martin runs the offense for the Bears. In the corner, Wesley. Long three, Dinkins, yes. 40-22. As the Bears begin to pull away. By halftime of the game on Thursday evening, they were in cruise control as Shinunu lost the handle on it, turns it over. They go down to Williams, and Williams, off balance, is fouled on the play. Aiden Williams, 6'10 freshman from Allentown, will go to the stripe for Lackawanna. Personal foul called on Ujagbor, a 6'7 freshman forward. And that shot rattles out. And hits the second. Fadi Wesley across midcourt on the dribble. He'll look near side. He gets it back. Nice fake. He will look to give it up. Ball was tipped, and Harcum will keep it. Wesley along the baseline to put the ball in play. Wesley, a sophomore from South Philadelphia. Wesley fires up the shot. Battle for the ball. Pope collects the rebound. Down court pass. They give it up. Kick it back outside. Cassidy has it roll around the rim. Wesley climbs the ladder for the rebound. They go in the corner. And this shot is off the mark by Shinunu. Pope wants to run, pulls up, fires, and knocks it down. Well, if you could keep the lead at this point and make a little bit of a run going into halftime, pick up a little bit momentum, it might be okay, but you don't want this team to pull away any further, as now we have an outside shot by Trey Dinkins from downtown. 43-25.
He is strong behind the arc today.
Near side. Pope looks inside for Williams, and the reverse layup didn't fall, and he's fouled. Here's the free throw. It is good by Williams. Ujagbor called for the personal foul. Or let's check that. Shanunu called for the personal foul. That's his first, team's 6th. As Williams will have another free throw toss on the way and hits it. Nearing the 3-minute mark remaining in the first half. Martin directs traffic. In a lot of traffic. Here's Powell to the glass and a whistle. Well, not only can they shoot from the outside, but they will attack the basket.
Very strong in the paint.
Williams called for his second personal foul, team's 5th. That will place Powell back on the stripe and makes it look easy. We'll have an update for you shortly in the women's action going on at Harcum. As Zid Powell. As a team, Harcum is shooting at 71% from the line this season. They'll keep it going now as Martin will survey the defense. Wesley from downtown.
Very deep.
And a rebound there goes to Williams.
Fighting for the ball.
The outlet pass to Dave Pope. Chance right here for the Falcons. Pope. Cassidy now will take control. Almost had it knocked away. Elsie. 10 on the shot clock. Out they go. This is Elsie putting up a runner. It rims out.
Unfortunate.
Rebound goes to Duro Simney. Powell down the lane, lays it up. Basket is
That's
good, and the foul. Elsie whistled for the personal foul. That's his second, team's 6th. Williams checks out of the Falcons lineup. And on the stripe is Zid Powell, where he has found a home thus far in the first half and misses the free throw, but they get it back, and Johnson intercepts the pass. Good job by Lackawanna coming up with the basketball as Elsie will fire the ball to Dave Pope. Fadeaway, misses, and Dinkins with the rebound. Dinkins over to Duro Simney on the break, and they turn it over. Now Lackawanna facing some pressure now. Johnson and Pope set it up. Under 2 to play here in the first half. Great to have you with us. As Hemfinger on a drive to the basket had it knocked away. Powell was there defensively. As Johnson will inbound for Lackawanna. Johnson takes a look, and they get the ball in to Elsie from beyond the arc. Out of bounds, Bears will control the basketball with 1:38 remaining. That was a big opportunity right there for Lackawanna.
Yeah, we haven't been too hot from behind the arc, so.
Now right here, Lackawanna needs to play some defense. Dinkins and Wesley will run the floor show. Wesley gives it up. Back inside they go. Ball is loose, and the fast break is on. Here is Cassidy with the layup. It's tipped back up underneath the basket.
Beautiful putback by Hemfinger.
Great job by Lackawanna. Here's a turnaround shot that rims out by Duro Simney as he hit the deck, and the 6'9" freshman forward hit the deck. I hope he's okay. Is he? Oh, he's lacing up the sneaker. He's all right. He's from Nigeria and seems to be okay. And he will go to the stripe. He's averaging about 11 a ball game. And from the stripe, he is a 69% free throw shooter this season and converts. Gosh, with with how tall he is and the long arms, it's almost like he doesn't have to be.
I know. It's not
too
too
much
far
of an
away
effort,
from the tips of his
not too far
fingers.
away from the basket to put it in. 47-29, and he misses the second shot.
And Finger with the rebound, pushing it up to Pope.
Here's Pope giving
laying
it off. And there is a layup that won't fall by Davis.
Puts it right back.
Right back up. Under 1 minute remaining in the first half. You want a strong finish right here if you're the Falcons. Time to play some defense as Wesley and Dinkins will survey the Falcons defense. In the corner, Bleachmore. 10 on the shot clock. Powell drives in traffic from the corner. Dinkins has it rim out, and the putback is off the mark. Duro-Simney draws the foul. Well, he gets good position under the basket, and that time another foul called on the Falcons, and Duro-Simney will go back to the stripe. Olaway Shegun Duro-Simney with the free throw toss, and it rolls off the iron. Harcum averages about 19 turnovers a ball game. Falcons also in that category. As he misses two, big chance right here with 30 seconds remaining. Falcons throw it away.
That's what you want to see.
That was a golden opportunity for Lackawanna. And now with the shot clock off and time clock at 15, Harcum can be deliberate. Clock down to 10. Powell goes in the corner. Dinkins, 5 seconds left. It's Powell. He's going to have to take the final shot. The fadeaway is off the glass, no good. And that will bring us to halftime in today's NJCAA Region 19 matchup, with Harcum leading Lackawanna 47-31 as we go to halftime here on the LC Fan Network.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Ricker, with my co-host via Zoom, but cropped onto the screen very nicely, Danny Berg. Danny, thanks for joining us from home, because you got to stay hot in that co-host seat.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to see that I'll probably be up on the backdrop, the media board, as a floating head, maybe. I don't know.
I think that'll look pretty cool. Now listen, we gave you a homework assignment after last week's show, right? So you didn't have a full assignment because, unfortunately, for us following our necessary protocols, our men's game was postponed. But you did have to report on 2 women's games, right? So I'm the professor, you're the student. Let's see how well you did. What do you got for us?
Well, what do you want to know?
We want to know. Give us a little bit of a recap on the women's action. We were on the road first on Thursday night, right?
On was it Thursday? Yep. And it's funny, I don't have the score in front of me right now, but I know that on Thursday we had a little bit of a lead against the Harcum Bears, which has always been a rival. Recently, right. more Union Owls. But in the third quarter, as I actually talked with Coach Whittington, she knew that Harcum was going to make that run in the third quarter, and they closed that 20-point gap to make it a little bit interesting going in the fourth quarter. I don't have the score offhand in front of me, which is terrible. I'm going to epically fail. But the women's basketball team did get a W on Thursday, and then came right back at it on Saturday and had a pretty impressive win right from wire to wire against Harcum. Yep. And Saturday, I know 20-point win. I think it was 67-47. But everybody could go to Lackawanna College Falcons, LackawannaFalcons.com, and check that out. But I do know also, and I did look at it, that Jemiah Edie, averaging. I mean, she's got 20 points per game.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty impressive right off the.
And I know probably expectations were probably pretty high for her, especially being a transfer, coming in. But I'm sure she has exceeded those expectations at least, the first 2 games.
It was impressive to see. I mean, I was able to catch a little bit of the girls' game, the second half, actually that third quarter that Joya had spoke about,
Right.
and then seeing it in live action on Saturday. We might not have had fans there, but that didn't prevent the girls from. It was like there was a couple hundred people in there for how hard they played and how motivated they were.
Right, and knowing Coach Whittington, it's hard to make her happy as a coach, which is good, which makes her so successful. And you mentioned that rough third quarter that they might have had on Thursday, but when I spoke with her yesterday and I asked her to give me like a little recap, she was very happy with their third quarter performance Saturday. Not so much the way they finished the game. They felt, she felt they got kind of lazy, but still able to hold on to that 20-point lead, so she was fine.
Yeah, you can't beat that. I mean, like I said, right off the bat, you don't have any scrimmages, and then you're going up against one of your fiercest rivals in a Division II conference opponent, and to walk away with double-digit wins both times is huge.
Yeah.
And I know that they're on the road this weekend. They're heading out to Pittsburgh, right, to Point Park. Am I saying that right? University.
Yeah.
And I know they're playing. They're going to scrimmage their varsity because they're a 4-year school on Friday, and then they're going to play their JV team on Saturday. So I know she's expecting a really tough one on Friday night. But of course, we'll wish her the best of luck. I'm sure they'll be very, very competitive.
Yeah, and I think it's a cool situation because they were able to set that matchup together because it's Joya's old assistant coach from when she was a player at Seton Hill.
Okay.
So they're able to put that together and get that varsity level and the JV side so that his players could get some playing time too.
Good, awesome, and that'll be a good experience for them, especially getting a chance to travel a little bit, and stuff. A lot of people have been, locked up with COVID, so I know that with our protocols, they're going to safely get out there and safely return. Speaking of safely, I know our men will be returning to action, I believe, this Saturday, right?
Yeah, yep. They will be back in action. Making up one of the rescheduled games against Harcum as well.
Okay, good.
Harcum's looking for the games just like we are. We have a lot of flexibility because not a lot of schools are playing,
Right.
But the mutual respect between Lackawanna and Harcum it's amazing. So they reached out and they said, hey, can we make it happen? And Coach Gabriel was like, well, yeah, let's get started. We got to get going at some point.
Yeah, I know. I know he's very anxious, to get going. And speaking of Harcum, one of their staff members, I believe it's their assistant coach, it could be their head coach, he had a nice talk with me, and he is a huge fan of the Falcons Corner, huge fan of what we do on Media Day. He can't get enough of it. He says he wishes his school would do it. So we are reaching such a wide variety of people.
The Philadelphia market's a nice one to get into,
Yeah.
Harcum's on the back end of Villanova there in Bryn Mawr. Maybe they'll shuffle our stuff across the street.
Yep. And then before we head to a break, and we're going to talk about our guests coming up in a second, I do want to give a big shout out to Coach Gabriel's mom, Mrs. Gabriel. I heard she's a huge fan, even bigger fan than Coach's dad, and she felt she was getting like the short end of the stick by us not mentioning her. So we may even see her walking around town dressed up as Elsie in our mascot outfit and just walking around town just riling up fans throughout the city of Scranton. She is ready to go. So we wanted to give a big shout out to Mrs. Gabriel. Mrs. Gabriel, that's for you. We ain't going to forget you anymore.
No, it can't. I mean, it's nice to be wanted, right? But we got to show love to our fans too. But I'm still finding it hard pressed that there's bigger fans than the Rickards.
Well, like I said, especially now with COVID time, Rickards, the parents don't get to see me as often. So, this is their really daily check-in. I'm still alive. I'm fine. I'm doing just well. Parents, we'll see you, as soon as we get those vaccinations taken care of. We'll be back in the Rickard household. But go ahead.
Quick, I could say that we officially, and this is selfish, we've added even more fans on the Berg side now because, as some of you know, my father, has been hard of hearing and deaf his entire life, and recently had a cochlear implant years ago. But watching these shows here is really difficult, right? Because you can't get everything out. But since we're on that platform of YouTube, effective January 1, there's subtitles with our show now.
Oh, that's fantastic. So a shout out to Papa Berg
last week, and I was like, "So did you watch?" And he's like, "No, not yet." But now it's there, and it's there for the taking. So that's such a cool. It is a cool thing, and it is reaching out. Because I mean, I'll be honest with you, Eric, and Chris last year really kind of put it together. So I'm just I'm happy to be able to be a part of it when I can.
Good, awesome. Now, we were fortunate enough last week to talk to one of our former football graduates, current Indianapolis Colts, and he's going to be featured in our interview a little bit. But just speak for a moment, because you were employed here when Mark was at the college. So just give all of our viewers a little background of Mark Lewinsky, Lackawanna College Falcon.
Yeah, Mark Lewinsky's like one of the nicest people I've ever met, and that's going back to his freshman sophomore year at Lackawanna. He's a local guy from Wilkes-Barre. He was a dormer on campus, very involved, and it was nice to have that local connection, right? And he was always willing to help people out. You always saw him involved, and we talked a little bit about that in our interview about things that he did. And to see the success that he had leaving from Lackawanna to West Virginia to Seattle, right, to the Colts, and never forgetting his roots has been pretty awesome. And I mean, it helps his relationship with Coach Duda. It helps that his wife is from the area. But even with that, he's an NFL star, and as you say, Pro Bowl snub, right? And he was willing to take time out of his day to talk with us. And I haven't seen him in years. And, you always you want to follow their career, right? And then as soon as I see him, it's like, one, I can't believe you're still here. Right. Two, it's awesome. And how's things, and how's the family, and so that just kind of tells you a lot about him. Not to mention just what a hell of an athlete, right?
Yep. So we're going to look forward to that conversation. And like I said, we have some, linemen who are local guys who are dormant here at McKinney Hall. So hopefully those guys could follow in Mark's footstep, a couple years down the road. But let's take a pause for 1 second. Let's get everything together. We'll get that interview up, and we'll be right back in the Falcons Corner. Take flight.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert. Director of Operations still, right? Danny Berg, is that close enough? Good. We got special guest, former Lackawanna College Falcon, current Indianapolis Colt, and current Pro Bowl snub, Mark Lewinsky, joining us on the Falcons Corner. Mark, thanks for taking just a couple minutes out of your day today.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
What has you back at Lackawanna College today in the Scranton area?
Just making my rounds, and the media wants to talk to me about things. So, it's good to be in a place where the snow's not at. So,
yeah. And then I know you're going to be with some other media, but this will be the most important media that you deal with, is myself.
Yeah, for sure. I'm saying,
of course.
Yeah, I'm saying you always go back to your roots, and that's the place that you start. So,
how does it feel when you come back here every time you get to spend, some time with the legend? Like, there's one legend, and then we have some other legends that play in the NFL, right? So, what does it feel like to come back and just be around the facility again and around the coaching staff?
Right, exactly. When I was thinking about it, as soon as you step in this building, it makes you think about your foundation, where you came from, and all that stuff. I remember running the top of these bleachers just over and over again, doing up downs in here at whatever time it was, 5 a.m. or doing all different kind of things to get ourselves. It wasn't more about the physical aspect. It was more about the mental. Get prepared, get yourself ready for what could be if you were to do everything you asked for. Downstairs we had the academics where we make sure that we were getting everything that we need to do in there too as well.
Right.
So, just being in here, I think it's good to just go back to where you're from, just because that's where everything started, your foundation.
Right.
So the career that I have now. So
awesome. Go ahead, Berg.
I just thought about something, because being here as many years as I've been, I haven't seen you in such a long time. You're talking about running the ball there. I remember one of our times during one of our basketball games, we tried to have a slam dunk contest.
Yeah.
And I do recall you putting forth a hell of an effite and getting a lot of cheers, but I don't know, they were for effort, I think. But I do remember.
Yeah, it was just more for effort for sure. They, white man can't jump for sure, and being a big guy. So it was just. For us, we were just having fun out there. I never had any, basketball that was, within the lines playing the game. It was just more for fun, and I was just getting to that point where I was even able to jump, because when I was younger, I couldn't even get off the ground. So
it's always nice to see that you come back to the area. I mean, you give back to your.
Welcome back to Lackawanna College, as we are at halftime in today's NJCAA Region 19 battle between the Falcons of Lackawanna College and the Harcum Bears, with Harcum leading by 16, 47-31. We'll update you on some statistics. I'm joined today by Esports Program Administrator Ted Delaney. Great to have you on board for all of the action today here in Scranton. And when we take a look at the numbers of the first half, Harcum was led in scoring by Zid Powell with a total of 18 points. He was followed in scoring by Trey Dinkins with 13. Take a look at the numbers from the floor. Harcum shot 53% from the floor, converting on 18 of 34 attempts. From beyond the arc, they shot 33%. And from the free throw line, they were 5 of 11 for 45%. They turned the ball over a total of 12 times. And points off of turnovers, Harcum with 13 points off of turnovers, and they lead by 16, so you can do the math right there. For Lackawanna, they were led in scoring by Johnson with a total of 10 points. Jalen Davis had 7. Elsie had 5. And when you look at when you break down the numbers from the field in the first half, Lackawanna shot 32%. They converted on 12 of 37 attempts. But from the three-point line, they were 1 of 12. That's 8% from downtown. So there's a big key right there. And from the free throw line, they went to the line 7 times and they shot 6 of 7 for 86%. And the Falcons turned the ball over a total of 11 times. So much better first half of basketball against Harcum by Lackawanna, and we'll see if they could turn things around a little bit and hang in there with the Bears in the second half of this ball game.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it looks like a completely different ball game than what we saw last time these two teams met. I mean, they were down by 44 at half, so to see that deficit shrink in this match, it's been lovely to see. But yeah, I mean, with the Falcons only shooting 8% from behind the arc, that's really putting them at a disadvantage right now, especially with the points that Harcum's getting on every turnover that we have. So got a lot of work to do, so let's see how the second half plays out.
And what a battle going on in the women's game on the road at Harcum. Halftime score, the Harcum Bears lead the Lady Falcons by the score of 37-34. And the second half of that game just about ready to get underway. So they're in about the same pace we are. We have 40 seconds on the clock and they have like 19, so they're running neck and neck
right
in
on
time.
par.
So we're set for a big second half of basketball here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon at the Student Union in Scranton. Thank you for joining us for all of the action. It's great to be here, and we're looking forward to a great second half of action. A lot more basketball coming up on March 25th, 5 p.m. Lackawanna Falcons will take on Raritan. Then on Saturday, March 27th, 1 p.m. tip-off for women's basketball as they will take on Raritan. Sunday, March 28th, 1 p.m. start. The men back in action here at home against Harcum. And then on Tuesday, the 30th, 6 p.m., the Falcons and Union County. So a lot of basketball still to come in the next week and a half here on the LC Fan Network. Fadi Wesley, sophomore guard, ready to put it in play, and here we go with the second half. Powell will take control, giving it up. Wesley on the far side fires the pass to Jackson for a shot from beyond the arc, off the mark, and the follow-up is good by Duro Sinmi, and he's going to go back to the free throw line to start the second half. Big rebound and the basket.
Yeah, right away we see the Harcum Bears using that perimeter, taking their time, waiting for an open shot, and crashing the boards.
Duro Simney was 1 of 4 from the free throw line in that first half as Johnson picks up the loose basketball. Lackawanna almost turns it over as that's a runner right there going to the hoop was Elsie, and he's fouled to start the second half. So a bit of a sluggish start for second half action. Personal foul is called on Duro Sinmi. That's his second, team's first. And Elsie on the stripe for the Falcons.
Been pretty solid from the free throw line today.
Yeah, as we mentioned, from the stripe, they hit 6 of 7 in that first half. Second shot off the back iron.
Spoke
Nobody
too
there.
soon.
Bleachmore has it. And Wesley will battle against Emfinger. Wesley, Emfinger lost the ball.
Defense.
Now it goes out of bounds.
That's
Touch
gonna be
last
Falcons'
by
ball.
Bleachmore. Great job defensively
Absolutely.
by the Falcons.
That's what they need to do. They need to plant their feet, stand their ground on defense, try and wear out the Harcum offense, make them force a shot, force it through 3 men.
Elsie looks for Johnson in the corner. Dave Pope. Johnson off the turnaround, and that's an offensive foul. Johnson with a little elbow right there. Couldn't get it by the official. That's his second personal foul and the team's second. Only a minute gone by. It seems like we've been here for 5 already.
Yeah, a lot of stoppage time.
Wesley and Powell to run the offense. Wesley drives, gives it up, and right to the basket for an easy pair is Lewis Bleachmore. Bleachmore from Sydney, Australia scores the basket. It's 51-32.
Is he really?
Yes.
How about that?
Sydney, Australia, as Johnson will fire it outside. Elsie switch.
There we go. It's only the second 3-pointer that the Falcons have made today, so we need a couple more of those.
Falcons answer with a 3-pointer. Wesley and Powell will look inside. 10 on the shot clock. Jackson, inside they go. Back to Bleachmore for the jam. 6'6" freshman slams it for 2. Dave Pope goes far side to Davis, and he turns it over.
He stepped out.
53-35, Harcum your leader. On a 4-game winning streak after the loss to Garrett College. Sid Powell down the lane, in traffic, got it back. He stayed with it. He never gave up and got an easy bucket, 55-35.
There's a 1v3 under the basket right there. I mean, Falcons got to throw some arms up there, do something. Pushing it up the court.
Davis, Johnson drives the baseline. He lost it. Some good defense by the Bears, and that results in a turnover.
Falcons now down by 20.
Jackson will kick it back outside to Powell. He will survey the defense. And they work it around the perimeter. Jackson, this will be Wesley for 3. (58-35). Harcum right now really starting to roll, placing a lot of pressure on Lackawanna, and it results in a turnover. There it is, Jackson to the basket for an easy pair. They could score points quickly. Now Lackawanna will face full court pressure applied by Harcum. And this foul will be called on Lewis Bleachmore. That's his first, team's second. Inbound pass to Johnson and another reach in. Lackawanna will inbound the basketball. Last personal on Sid Powell. That's his first and the team's third. Emfinger gives it up. Johnson, nothing but net. 60-38. Johnson,
And he gets the pick.
Johnson comes out of nowhere to knock it away. Harcum will have the possession. Johnson taking a page out of the Harcum defensive playbook right there.
Yeah, a little bit of hustle goes a long way, and he almost pulled off the three-pointer and the interception, but fortunately it rolled off his leg out of bounds.
Wesley takes the inbound pass. Mikey Jackson gives it up. Around the perimeter, back outside in the corner.
Just looking for Dinkins to get that three-pointer, but he's not able to create too much space.
Wesley with 10 on the shot clock. Great battle there against Johnson. Dinkins drives, puts on the brakes, and this will be Wesley with 2 on the clock, and it's off the back iron, rebounded by Dinkins. New shot clock as 20 seconds will be put back on. Jackson, baseline, inside. Boy, Durosinmi was going for a jam right there. You knew that was
saw
coming.
it coming.
But it was knocked away, and a foul called on the Falcons.
I mean, it was good defense by the Falcons there. They didn't give him many opportunities for an open three-pointer. You know, took their time, made them force a shot. Fortunately, we have some free throws coming up, but first one misses.
Well, Johnson right there with his 4th personal foul. He will take a seat on the bench.
Yeesh.
And be replaced by Jake Kernow. We'll double check that for you on the stat sheet as the second shot is off the mark. Kernow will give it up to Jalen Davis and Emfinger. LZ in some traffic, will flip it on the far side, braces on. Here comes the fast break. Here's Powell, and the jam for 2. 62-38. LZ. Dave Pope cross court. Kernow thought about a 3. LZ in the paint, short jumper, got it. It was just good pinpoint passing. And a drive to the basket, Sid Powell a little bit off the mark with the shot.
Yeah, there's a late foul called there. Powell went up strong to the board. Looks like he took a shot to the face, unfortunately.
Well, Johnson picked up 2 personal fouls in that in the second half here to put him on the bench with 4.
Yeah, and being our top scorer, he needs to take it a little easy. We can't get him in too much foul trouble, you know.
Powell will go to the stripe. Personal foul is called on Jalen Davis of Lackawanna. That's his 2nd and the team's 4th. And Powell on the stripe and converts as he gets the roll. First half, Powell was 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Jordan Martin checks into the Harcum lineup as Powell will hit 2. Timeout by Harcum with 14:32 remaining in the second half. They lead it 64-40 here on the LC Fan Network.
At Lackawanna College, we're not here to change the world, but we will change how you think, how you attack problems, and overcome limitations, how you push yourself to turn challenges into opportunities. It's an experience that'll change your life. And maybe then, you can change the world. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Welcome back to Lackawanna College alongside Ted Delaney. Steve Young here with you. Thanks for joining us for all of the action. With 14:32 to play in the second half, Harcum leads it 64-40. They are on a 17-9 second half run.
It's been a much different ball game than what we've seen when these teams have met before. Falcons keeping it close, only down by 24 right now, so need to play it smart on offense and defense to be able to keep up with the aggression from Harcum. Nice little pump fake there.
Davis gives it up and down the lane. The shot won't fall. And in transition, here come the Harcum Bears with Dinkins giving it up. And Kernow gets the rebound for the Falcons. Fast break and right to the basket. The reverse layup off the mark. Tip back in, won't fall by Enfinger. Outlet pass goes to Dinkins, and a blocking foul called on Lackawanna. Jake Kernow called for his first personal foul and the team's fifth. That will place Trey Dinkins, a 6'1" freshman guard from Chester, Pennsylvania, on the free throw line. A 68% free throw shooter and converts. As we mentioned in the first half, Harcum shooting at about 71% through 13 games this year from the line. Dinkins averaging 12, hits 2. Now the Falcons with a lot of work to do as LZ will work it out to Pope. And he will take control near midcourt and survey the defense. Enfinger on the far side. Dave Pope, 6 on the shot clock. Pass off the fingertips of Jalen Davis, and it's a Falcon turnover. In transition, Jackson fired around the perimeter. Harcum with Jackson launching the shot. It won't fall, and Davis has the rebound. Mir Elzy, Sean Enfinger running the floor show now for the Falcons as Dave Pope will come out to assist. Shot clock at 8. On a drive, Enfinger off the glass, misses. Ball was tipped around, and Lackawanna will have the possession.
Update from the ladies Falcons matchup. They are currently up 1 with a score of 41-40 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. So they are having a battle against Harcum as well.
Wow. Jake Kernow open from the baseline and knocks it down. Now some good defense there by Enfinger. And a loose ball. Harcum will keep it going. Jackson on the right wing. Jackson will reverse it, gives it up. And Dinkins knocks down a 3-ball. 69-42 the Bears. Enfinger dishes off. Elzy to take control.
I believe Dinkins now has 12 points from behind the arc, which is pretty impressive.
Great job by Harcum as they go to Davis, and he's got it off the glass. Jalen Davis, 6'7" freshman from Orange, New Jersey, with a deuce, and we have a break in the action with 11:45 to play in the second half. It's 69-44 Harcum on the LC Fan Network.
Our stadium may not hold 100,000 people, but we still compete with other colleges all over the country.
Giant lecture halls? That's not really for me. I like the laid-back approach.
Lackawanna is close to home, with satellite centers located throughout northeastern and central PA.
Lackawanna College, helping me help you.
The choice is yours to make.
Changing how I learn.
Changing where I learn.
Changing my life.
Coming out of the timeout, Harcum has outscored Lackawanna here in this second half, 22-13 to lead it, 69-44.
I don't know if you saw during that timeout, but Harcum coach getting a little heated with his team. You know, they might not be playing to his expectations right now, and kudos to the Falcons for sticking with them.
Well, Martin now and company, Jackson. And this is Martin in the lane giving it up, and the shot won't fall by Hugh Jagbor, and he misses, and the rebound will go to Dave Pope. And Elzy work his way near the right wing. And from the corner, Enfinger misses on a 3-point attempt. Kernow battling for the basketball. was fouled on the play. Nike Jackson called for his first personal foul, team's fourth. Curnow kicks it outside. Enfinger underneath to Davis, and he missed it. Battle for the ball, and it's off the fingertips of Davis, and Harcum will have the possession. Rajon Figures, a 6'2" freshman guard in the ball game for Harcum, wearing number 15, and there he goes, dishing off in the lane, and this shot by Abdul Shanunu won't fall, and there's a foul. Jalen Davis is whistled for the personal foul. And Abdul Shanunu, 6'6" sophomore on the stripe, shooting at 81% this year. And hits the second shot. 70-44. Enfinger to Davis. Elsie thought about a three. Curnow with a corner three shot, won't fall. And in transition, here comes Harcum. Right to the basket now, banking it up. Dinkins misses. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Falcons will have the possession. And right now, Drew Kelly walked over and had a word with the official.
Getting very talkative with the refs.
As we near the midway point in the second half here at the Student Union in Scranton. Cassidy gives it up to Elsie. He will attack the basket and loses it in the lane. In transition, Dinkins on the run, left hand, got it.
Beautiful layup by Dinkins there.
Elsie now wants to duplicate that and
got a little ahead of himself there.
A little bit out of control and turns it over.
Falcons are trying to match the speed of Harcum, and sometimes it's coming back to bite them.
Well, sometimes you just have to slow things down a bit because Harcum is very quick and very athletic. And right here, Harcum will go to work in the half-court offense. Rajon Figures, wearing 15, on the perimeter. Inside, off the fingertips of Atem. And Yang Antem lost it, and Sean Enfinger finishes on the other end. 72-46 as the Falcons answer, as Shanunu drives to the basket in the lane and is fouled on the play. Abdul Shanunu back on the stripe. He averages 6 points a ball game for the Harcum Bears and hits the free throw. Two in a row. Remember we talked before the game how you could almost hear a pin drop on a free throw?
Yeah, you're right.
You let that one go so you can get that effect.
It's mighty quiet in here sometimes.
It does get quiet.
Miss those fans.
Hopefully it won't be long before fans are back in the gym here at Lackawanna College for Division II basketball. And another whistle with 8:59 remaining here in the second half. Rajon Figures called for the personal foul, his first, team's fifth. And on the inbound, Jalen Davis gets it to Curnow. He will fire it up with a right hand. It's off the mark. And out of the pack with the basketball is Jordan Martin, right to the hoop and lays it up and is fouled.
I'm going to look looks like Harcum has gained a little bit of a lead for the over the Lady Falcons now, starting out in the fourth quarter, 49-42 over the Falcons.
Yeah, that's a tight ball game going on at Harcum. Personal foul on Sean Emfinger of Lackawanna. That's his first, team's 8th, and that will place Jordan Martin on the stripe. He's from New Jersey, a 76% free throw shooter, averaging 10 a ball game. He is a 6'2" freshman as he converts on the free throw. Brandon Scott checks into the Falcons lineup, and he will take the pass. Scott dishes off to Curnow. Curnow. Outside they go to Cassidy. Also in the ball game, Jihad Denard. Curnow lines it up and misfires, and Scott rebounds, kicks it back outside, and they'll get a fresh shot clock. And Scott driving, works it back outside. Denard in the corner. Curnow will looks to pass, and Williams will take it. And now on a drive to the basket, hooking it up as the shot clock expires, was Brandon Scott. And the Harcum Bears will have it with just about 8 minutes left.
Another testament to the Harcum defense, you know, not leaving any open shots or opportunities for the Falcons, and the shot clock runs out on them.
And right now, Harcum attacking the basket, and this shot is good by Abdul Shanunu. As the Bears answer, 79-46. Off the glass for a deuce is Jihad Denard. Rajon Figures, near side, Trey Dinkins. Jordan Martin, a lot of the reserve players in there now for both ball clubs.
Oh, yeah.
These two teams will meet up again at the end of the month. On a drive to the basket, they will reset the offense as Curnow will work it around the perimeter. Denard driving near side. Scott, top of the key. Cassidy from downtown for three. 79-51 as the Falcons answer with a field goal. March 28th, 1 p.m. They will be back in action here against Harcum. Ball tipped. That will be a reach-in called on Cassidy. Second personal foul on Cassidy. Team's 8th, Brandon Scott will inbound. And with 6.5 left. Curnow, 15-footer off the turnaround, misfires, and the follow-up is good. Aiden Williams from Allentown, 6'10", scores. Oh, there's a pass intended for Rajon Figures, never saw it coming. And the Bears turn it over.
And in comes the Harcum starting lineup.
Well, you're up by 26. You can afford to let that second string get some playing time, which they did. But now here we go on the fast break. Powell and jams it for two. Sid Powell was right there for the slam. It's 81-53. Denard spin move, didn't get it to fall. Rebound goes to Duro Sindney, who is in the ball game. Now Wesley around the circle. Bleachmore drives, will kick it back to Powell. And this will be an open look from downtown by Wesley. Ball goes out of bounds. Getting ready to check into the ball game is Aquel Adderley, wearing number 22. As Cassidy will check out, along with Jake Kernow. So right now in the ball game is Malik Smith, Aiden Williams, Adderley, Jihad Denard, and on the free throw line, the Harcum Bears with Lewis Bleachmore, 6'6" freshman, converting on the free throw attempt. Well, this team averages 100 points a game, and maybe they're looking to keep that average up there as they now have 83 with 5.5 to go. Denard almost lost it. Denard needs help. Gives it up. Smith launches the shot. Ball's tipped. Who comes up with it? But the Harcum Bears, and on the fast break here is Wesley. He'll take it back outside beyond the arc and reset it as Jackson will fire it up for 3. Rebound goes to Williams. Ball tipped. Great job by Adderley to retain it. Adderley has it tipped again. Here's a pass to Bleachmore, and he jams it for 2. 85-53. Here we go. Sid Powell will take his turn at showtime and misses.
Unfortunate.
Now that's not one for the highlight reel. On a drive to the basket, Malik Smith is fouled. .424 left, 85-53. Malik Smith from Stowe Rocks High School, 6'2" freshman, converts on the free throw attempt. Keep you updated on that women's game. Last update we had, it was a close one.
Yeah, Falcons were down by 7.
Ted will keep you posted here, folks, on the progress of that game as the second shot won't fall. Duro Sinmi with the rebound. Wesley and company. Jackson will take control. Here's Jackson in the corner, looking inside, and little hook by Anyang Atem. Won't fall. Coast to coast for the layup is Brandon Scott. 85-56 with under 4 to play. Jackson, long 3. Now Brandon Scott will fire the pass on the near side. Malik Smith, short jump shot. Rolls off the iron, tipped around, and Harcum will have it. Coming the other way in transition. And a blocking foul will be called as Anyang Atem, a 7-foot freshman from Sudan, draws the foul, and he will go to the stripe.
Still a 7-point deficit for the Lady Falcons at Harcum right now. Scores 53-46 with 7:52 left in the game.
Now that is a close one. And free throw is short. Well, sometimes you go on the road and it's tough to play. It is definitely tough to play on the road. And for the Lady Falcons, they have one loss at this point in time, and they trail in that ball game. We'll keep you updated right here.
Still got a little bit of time to come back, though.
And this second free throw is all net. 89-56. Scott to Smith. Adderley lost it in traffic, and Adderley
the travel
was with good defense right there, and a traveling call on Harcum. Jihad Denard will inbound the basketball for the Falcons with 3:03 left. Adderley takes the inbound pass, goes up with the shot, it's rejected. He's going to try it again and muscles up the shot and won't fall. It's rebounded by Ujagbour. From the corner for three, Shinunu misfires on a long-range shot. Lackawanna basketball as they will bring it the length of the court. Scott comes near side to Cameron Bannister, wearing number 20, who was in the ball game. And this ball tipped, and Harcum has it. Quickly, Rajon Figures will work it on the far side. Shinunu off the glass, short, ball's tipped around. Lackawanna had it, and they turn it over. They lost it. Harcum will inbound the basketball as Jordan Martin will look to put it in play. Martin looking, pass will go to Figures, and he will run the offense. He's a 6'2" freshman guard. And this pass goes out of bounds. Intended for Ujagbour. And with 2 minutes left, the Falcons will work the ball across midcourt. Bannister comes near side. Scott gives it up. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Here's an outside jump shot that misses. And the outlet pass will go to Martin. And with a $1:34 on the clock, good movement in the offense now by Harcum. They'll come to the corner. Martin drives the baseline and goes up, and the shot is rejected. It goes out of bounds. No foul called. Looked like a clean block right there, Tim.
Yeah, seemed like all ball to me, but
there may be a, let's wait, no foul. That means that Harcum will inbound the basketball from the corner. Martin looks, and it will be Figures to set it up. Martin from that right side just muscles up the shot, misses. Brandon Scott in transition, coast to coast, up with the shot. Rebound goes to Atim.
They had numbers there, you got to look up. They had teammates to work with.
Abdul Shinunu from the baseline, lines it up and drains it. 91-56, Harcum your leader. And Lackawanna lost the basketball. Let's check this. I believe Harcum will inbound as we have under 1 minute remaining here in the second half. Atim posting up the hook. Got it. Nice shot from in the lane by Anyang Atim. Scott drives, banks it off the glass. Boy, they really rebound well. They have dominated the glass here in the second half. And with 30 seconds left, Rajon Figures will just hang on to the basketball near center court as the shot clock will wind down.
And it looks like this will be the first time that the Falcons will hold Harcum to under 100 points.
Another dunk by Harcum. That was Anyang Atim. It's 95-56 as Adderley will just hang on to the basketball, and that will do it. The Harcum Bears win their 5th game in a row as they are victorious here this afternoon over the Lackawanna Falcons by the score of 95-56. Well, in the first half, it was a much closer ball game, 47-31, but in the second half, Harcum pulled away, and they win it. They have won their 5th in a row as we go to a break here on the LC Fan Network.
You only get so many opportunities to follow your dreams, to make your mark in this world, to lay the foundation for your future. So never stop dreaming, creating, advancing. because there's something bigger in store for all of us. At Lackawanna College, we prepare our students to make their mark, to help change the world we live in, and to become tomorrow's legacies. It's who we are. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
For more than a century, Lackawanna College has been changing lives as a 2-year institution. Now, you can earn your bachelor's degree from a respected school close to home with accelerated study options and the most affordable tuition in the region. Lackawanna College now offers a bachelor's degree in accounting, business, criminal justice, human services, professional studies, and restaurant and food service management. Apply today at lackawanna.edu. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Welcome back to Lackawanna College. Alongside Ted Delaney, Steve Young here with you. Your final score, it was Harcum winning today over Lackawanna 95-56. Stat sheet is on the way, so we'll have some numbers for you in just a moment as we will get set for the wrap-up. So, Ted, very quickly we'll take a look at this, but in the second half, it was Harcum outscoring Lackawanna 48-25. That was the big difference right there. And for the Harcum Bears, they were led in scoring today by Zid Powell with a total of 26 points. He was followed in scoring by Trey Dinkins, who had 20. And from the three-point line, Dinkins was 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. Lewis Bleachmore chipped in with a total of 10 points. Shanunu had 9. And we'll take a look at the numbers from the floor in the game. In the second half, we'll run them down for you. 51% from the field in the second half. Harcum shot, and from beyond the arc, they shot 33% in the second half and 68% from the free throw line. So for the game, Harcum shot 52% from the field, 33% from the beyond the arc, and from the free throw line, 59%. They had a total of 19 turnovers. And for Lackawanna, they placed 2 players in double figures. Johnson had a total of 13. It was Elsie with 11. Jalen Davis had a total of 9 points. And in the second half, Lackawanna shot 36% from the field in the second half, 10 of 28 for the game. They were 34%, converting on 22 of 65. In the second half, Lackawanna from the three-point line, 43%. And for the game, they were 21% from beyond the arc. And from the free throw line for the game, they shot a total of 73%. Points off turnovers, well, that's the name of the game right there for Harcum. They scored 33 points off of turnovers in the ball game here this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough match for the Falcons. I mean, kudos to them, though. This is the first time this season that they've held them to under 100 points. But, I mean, yeah, those turnovers are crucial. I mean, I like that they picked up behind the arc in the second half, you know, putting a couple in. But, yeah, and again, I mean, the last time they met, we didn't have a single player in double digits. So to have 2 in double digits while they were the lower double digits, I mean, still a plus for the Falcons. All around, I think they played much better than they have against Harcum in the past.
Now, when you take a look at points in the paint, Harcum had 26, Lackawanna 18. Largest lead of the game was 39 points, and bench points, that's another key factor. Harcum had 40 bench points while Lackawanna had 15. So that's the name of the game. Harcum, a very good ball club, and they win their 5th in a row to improve to 13-1 overall. The Falcons fall to 4-7 overall. We will have more basketball action for you coming up on Thursday, March 25th, 5 p.m. tip-off, when Lackawanna will take on Raritan. So, Ted, great job on the ball game. Really enjoyed it. Hope you can join us in the broadcast booth once again. It's certainly been a pleasure.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me, Steve. It's been fun, and yeah, I hope I get to do this again as well.
And before we leave, how about an update on that women's game?
Yeah, it looks like we actually had a Lady Falcon on the floor. Coach Joy was helping her off the court there a second ago, but it's 61-52 right now. Harcum has the lead with a little over 4 minutes left to go. So, I mean, they're still battling it out over there. Hopefully they can keep it together. It looks like the Falcons are on the free throw line right now. So, hopefully they can pull it out.
So, still a lot of basketball to be played at Harcum in that women's game. We wish them luck, and We will see you again on Thursday, March 25th for the 5 p.m. tip-off when the Lackawanna Falcons will be in action as they take on Raritan. So for Ted Delaney, I'm Steve Young. Till next time, so long from the Student Union at Lackawanna College.